Absolutely, absolutely. He needed to get out of it, and he made some great pitches to do that. And I tell you, I thought he settled down after the second inning and really pitched well. I mean, he commanded the strike zone, both sides of the plate, off-speed pitches, really pitched well.
In the front.
Terry, what does it say about the character of this group with all the injuries that you suffered ever since those final two games in San Francisco? What does it just say about the character of this group?
Well, they're a great group to be around, and I'll tell you, they've taken a lot of beatings this summer with all the things that have happened, and we're still banged up, as you guys know. We still got a couple guys that are fighting through some injuries. I got to give some guys tomorrow off. Jose needs a day. He's played every single inning of every game since he's been here, and I'm real proud of him. I'll tell you, I told him the other night, we're going into September, and we're in a pennant race. And that makes September a lot of fun, and they're making it fun. So we just got to go now and have a good road trip and come home and see where we're at.
Tony?
Terry, now that the body of work for Lugo is obviously getting bigger, what have you learned about him, what he can do for you, what he can't do, just overall what he's given you?
Well, Tony, I think he's gotten stronger because, he's lengthened himself out a little bit. I went to him after the sixth inning and asked him how he was doing, and he said, I feel great. Got a little blister that they took care of. The trainers are amazing today. They took care of it, and he was fine. Didn't bother him to go back out. And, that was a big inning for him. Again, I thought that was an inning. Hey, look, you got to go out and, get us through this. And I tell you, those young guys have really, really been exceptional. They have really made a difference.
John?
Terry, I know he'll pull up that 96 once in a while, but even at 92, 93, he seems to have life on it. That is it deception or is it just late life on?
I think it's both, John. That action in behind, the arm action behind that he brings, I think he's deceptive. I don't think you pick it up very good. And he says that he knows he's got a 96, but the command of it's not real good, so he stays around that 92, 93 area, and where he's got some command and some movement. So he knows what he's doing. He's got a feel for it. Dan Worthen told me when he first came up here that he said he talked to him one day at length about how he pitched, and he said this guy's got a clue of how to get guys out, and he's shown that.
Zach?
Jay had a 4-game hitting streak going into tonight, but it looked like tonight it was a little different. He hit a ball almost to the wall. He hit a home run. He hit a single. Did he kind of look a little more like the Jay Bruce you saw?
He did, Zach. I told him I think we must be getting close to Cincinnati. He got that feel back. So, but you're right. He is swinging better. As I've told you guys, these guys are so proud. I mean, their mentality. They hate failure. They hate failure. They hate that they're not helping the club. And these guys, people can say that what they want. These guys make a lot of money, but they don't take anything for granted. They go out and they get after it, and they want to go out every day and prove themselves to their teammates and the fans. And hopefully this guy gets as hot as we know he can, because he's going to have to carry us for a while.
How did things come together for you tonight?
I don't know. I just had a good command of my fastball tonight. I felt like I just put it where I wanted. I just tried to stay aggressive and hit my spots.
Terry said you had a little bit of an issue with the blister. How much did that affect you?
A little bit. I had a couple sliders kind of back up on me. Not a big deal, though.
When did that come up, the blister?
After St. Louis.
What's that emotion like for you when you're walking off in the 7th inning and you're getting a standing ovation in your 4th game here?
That was pretty awesome. Adrenaline was definitely going. That was crazy. It was a lot of fun.
So how vital is that first inning for you in terms of your maturation up here? Again, on the bases loaded, 2-1, nobody out in the bases loaded situation.
It was tough. It was big time. Put up a 0 to start the game. That's helps the offense a lot. It was big.
Seth, Terry says you have a real feel for pitching. You kind of pitched 92, 93, but then you'll throw 96 in there. How do you go about approaching that with your fastball?
I mean, keep it simple. If I think they're going to swing, I give them the good one. That's what goes through my head out there. So it looks like he's going to swing, so put a little extra on it.
Is that easy for you to do? Can you do that if you want to all the time? Throw the 96?
I mean, I can, but if I go out there and go max effort, I'll start throwing the ball all over the place. So I kind of tone it down just to keep command of the fastball.
So how long did it take you to start believing that you could succeed up here? Was it after the first start? Was it after the second? Is it after tonight? And when do you know? I mean, because you always think you can, but maybe you don't know until you get some of these under your belt.
For me, it was after I went back to the AAA for 2 or 3 weeks, however long it was. I went down there and I helped take a little pressure off me and just tell myself those are just hitters at the plate, and not look at the name on the back of their jerseys.
So talking about the names on the back of the jerseys, Terry just said it's starting to feel like last year, just the pitchers' names are different. Do you kind of realize what your starts have meant for this team the past few weeks?
I just try to go out there and give the team a chance to win. So if I can just stay in the strike zone, I think we got a good chance. So I'm pleased with that.
You gave up so many hits in Vegas, innings pitch and all that. Is that partly because of conditions? Is it hard for you to throw your breaking ball and things like that?
I mean, I don't want to make excuses, but it's tough. It's a different style of pitching. Me personally, I feel like I don't get much movement on sinkers there, and breaking balls, stuff goes straighter and stays in the air longer. And if it's on the ground, it gets through faster.
So it's been different here since you've been up here with your stuff?
I mean, I'm from Louisiana. I'm used to pitching with some humidity, so that usually helps a bit.